In national news, Vice President Kamala Harris and her new running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, are on a swing state blitz across the country this week. Walz has been in Minnesota politics for almost 20 years. But for many voters outside his state, this is their first impression of him. National correspondent Atra El-Nashar has a look at his record and what it means to both Democrats and Republicans.
Democrats' last-minute presidential ticket shakeup ending with Governor Tim Walz joining the race.
I couldn't be prouder to be on this ticket.
Republicans now in a race to define him as too progressive.
He's a shocking pick, and I'm thrilled. I could not be more thrilled.
They're quick to call out Walz's handling of the 2020 riots in Minneapolis following the murder of George Floyd, saying he was too late to call in the National Guard.
Tim Walz is a crazy radical, of course. He allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis.
Walz's spokesperson at the time said they did not want to act before they had a clear strategy for handling the violence. The Trump-Vance campaign also say he's too weak on immigration. And when it comes to Walz's military record, 24 years in the Army National Guard.
He was the highest-ranking enlisted man to ever serve in the United States Congress.
Critics are downplaying his service, reviving years-old criticism about his decision to leave the Guard in 2005 to run for Congress at 41 years old. It was shortly before his battalion was deployed to Iraq.
He dropped out of the Army and allowed his unit to go without him.
Meanwhile, it's hard to find a Democrat who isn't thrilled about Walz joining the ticket. From progressive Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez,
Governor Walz is a uniter,
to moderate former Democratic Senator Joe Manchin, who says Walz is the real deal. The party's working to brush off attacks that Walz is too far left, pointing out he's a gun owner, once had an A rating from the NRA, and supported the Keystone Pipeline.
We're going to make inroads into what were the red areas of the swing states, and Tim Walz will do that.
While also leaning into his progressive record on healthcare, LGBTQ rights, and public education. What Walz brings to the ticket in the immediate term is a new kind of blunt, straightforward messaging style and a fundraising boost. The Harris-Walz campaign reports it brought in $36 million in the 24 hours since the running mate announcement. In Washington, I'm Atra El-Nashar.